Alright, Schlockmeister fans, going back to the Code Red 6-pack. We're going to be on Volume 3, finally. We're going to watch the first movie. It's called The Sins of Adam and Eve. Let's check it out.
Now the earth was unformed and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light.
And God has made man, Adam.
And let him have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
Here's Adam wrestling with a bird. And a snake. Somehow the big oaf learns his name.
Adam.
That's one of 2 words he says in this film.
But
Adam lives alone in this Eden
fair ornaments of God's hand.
with animals.
Thus in his loins a seed is stirred, strange yearning for a thing unknown, beginning doubts assail him. In nature, why is he alone? Adam!
So you know the story. Gotta use a
And the
rib.
Lord took one of his ribs, and from it fashioned a creature so fair that all other beauty in the world seemed now plain.
From Adam's rib came Eve. There she is. Right away, Adam is smitten.
Last.
Of course, it's Eve. That's Adam's other line of dialogue in this movie. Here they are biting each other.
A lover's quarrel?
A snake tells Eve to eat the forbidden fruit.
Eat of the fruit, Eve. Eat of the fruit.
But they're warned not to eat it.
Knowledge of good and evil. Remember what I warn you. The day you eat thereof, you shall die. Remember what I warn you.
That snake is persistent.
Eve. Awaken, Eve. Wait no longer. Go to the tree and eat of the fruit. The need you now but dimly sense will then be made full clear. You will not be punished for such petty sin.
Will she be tempted?
The fruit of the tree holds all answers. Go there. Go to the tree, Eve.
So of course she does it. And he does it too.
Woman, evil art thou in thy temptation, yet sublime in thy infamy.
I think they're going all the way now. They're finally getting close.
And they were ashamed. Yea, with shame, O God, you have covered them. Children,
God is pissed now.
you shall have desire for your husband, and he shall be your master. Because you have listened to your wife and eaten from the tree which I forbade you, accursed shall be the ground on your account.
Time to cast them out of the garden.
The Lord placed flaming swords
To help with some flaming swords.
flashing to bar the way. By heavenly hands,
So they've fallen from grace and were cast out to a less than paradise.
From grace, he differs little from the other beasts. By form they are bent. He is a wild beast who runs upright.
There's lions in his new home. And goats. This one ain't gonna make it. Adam's kind of forced to eat like an animal now. But he's got some competition for that food. A competition that he loses.
A wretched man.
Is he in hell now?
A hellish display.
And where is Eve?
Proof that the hand of Satan never falters or fumbles.
What do you know? They find each other. Reunited, and it feels so good.
Not sinned, he might have dwelt in paradise. Because of her, God's gifts are lost to man.
So it's all the woman's fault. So screw you, Eve. But yeah, he does want to screw her, so screw that, he's coming back. And this weird movie comes to an end with Adam and Eve making love in a cave or
Their
something.
bodies strain in warm desire.
All right, let's talk about this movie, The Sin of Adam and Eve. Basically, what you got here is late 60s, 1969, actually, kind of like a, it's not a sex comedy, it's kind of a nudie film, basically. In fact, it's 70 minutes long, and the first 50 minutes of this movie, both characters, Adam and Eve, spend the entire film completely naked. Last 20 minutes, they got fig leaves and stuff on. But yeah, the first beginning, nothing for the longest time. Now, it's interesting, though, because even though they were both completely naked, it wasn't very gratuitous. In fact, the camera shots were kind of discreet. Eve had her long hair over each of her boobs, and they had a lot of shots where, you know, they would lift their leg just right so you couldn't see any frontal nudity. But we did see some boobs, and we did see some lower frontal nudity from both. But you have to look closely because they really weren't gratuitous, like I said. And there were a lot of butt shots. But actual other nudity, not a whole heck of a lot. I mean, but nonetheless, they are naked throughout the whole film. So if you were looking for that, you will get plenty of that too. So anyway, it's a silly little film. It's basically, there's no dialogue in this movie. Adam and Eve's only lines in this movie are screaming each other's names. Adam, Eve. That's it. They have literally no other lines in the movie. They say those lines maybe several times, maybe 20 times each, but nonetheless, nothing else comes out of their mouths other than Adam, and Eve. Maybe there's some grunts or something too, who knows. So basically you have this, I don't know if it's God or what, narrating this movie, telling you what they're doing. He's basically reading Bible verses as far as I can tell. I'm not really adverse or up to speed with the Bible, but I think that's what this basically is. It's the storytelling of Adam and Eve and the snake and being cast out of the Garden of Eden, and which is what happens there. They eat that forbidden fruit. Then they end out at some wilderness somewhere, and there's lions and tigers attacking. We had real animal footage there too of a lion attacking some sort of critter. And yeah, it's an odd little obscure film. It starred a guy named Jorge Rivero, and the woman's name is named Candy with a K. No last name for her. Her IMDb link says she did one other film. Mr. Rivero, however, did a bunch of other films. He's done over 120 films. He's a Mexican actor. Nothing else really that stood out that I recognized him from, but he was pretty prolific in Mexico, I guess. So anyway, this is available on this Code Red 6-pack Volume 3. It's the first film on this one. Just an odd little curio. It seems like something that would have been released by something weird, and maybe it had been. I don't know. I don't know if this was released in any other way, shape, or form. There was only 2 reviews on IMDb, critics' reviews, so it's not exactly a well-known movie or has been seen a lot. But anyway, if you see this movie, check it out. It's an odd little film. It's decent. It's you know, it's very short, and it's entertaining enough for what it is. So check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. We'll talk about it. It's called The Sin of Adam and Eve. Check it out. Bye.